Welcome to the Coach and Crew Show. I am your host, the coach, Charlie Krause, and today we're going to talk about returning quarterbacks to college football. The NFL is saying, hey, there's really not no true number one coming out of the draft this year, but guess what? It's because they are all, and I mean all, returning to college. This year's class is absolutely loaded with returners. So guessing a top 10 and predicting a top 10 of most returning valuableness, if you will, could be a subjective argument, but we're going to do just that. So here are some of the names that I did not include in my top 10 returners. So how about this for names? You have Spencer Rattler, now at South Carolina, Keaton Slovis, now in Pittsburgh, Jackson Dart, now at Ole Miss, Dylan Gabriel, now in Oklahoma, Bo Nix, now in Oregon, and Grant Wells, now at Virginia Tech. Those are all just some headliners who are not in my top 10 list. Here's some other guys that are going to do just fine and carry their teams, but they still did not make my list. Jake Habener, Fresno State, Seth Hennigan, Memphis, Taluya Tagovailoa from Maryland, Devin Leary, North Carolina State, and Malik Cunningham, Louisville. Now, so that leaves who is my 10. And it's subjective, but I based it off of several factors. Completion percentage, your quarterback rating, yards per pass attempt, touchdowns, and my friends at PFF. I love their website. Congratulations, PFF. I think you put up a good product. Use their rating system of last year. Here's my 10. So you got to start with the air raid offense, the pass happy offense of the self-titled pirate himself, of Mike Leach and his offense. Insert his quarterback here. Well, Will Rogers had 36 touchdowns last year and was the nation's leader in completion percentage at 73.9%. You have to put Will Rogers in your 10. At number 9, Tyler Van Dyke of Miami. It was the De'Aaron King show for past couple of years. Injuries had plagued that show. Tyler Van Dyke took over, and the future is now for Miami. He completed over 62% of his class passes last season, and he had over a 160 QB efficiency rating. He is now the future for the Canes. One of the bright spots for last year, made it way to the ACC championship game and then won the Gator Bowl. Sam Hartman, Wake Forest. He had a great season, throwing over 4,200 yards and 39 touchdowns. If there was an area he needed to improve upon for this upcoming season, he only completed 59% of all passes. Maybe you recognize this name, transferring in from Oklahoma. Caleb Williams coming off of the bench in Oklahoma midseason and replacing Rattler and giving Oklahoma a little kickstart of offense. He is now at USC following his head coach, Lincoln Riley. He's coming in at the 7. Loaded with offense. Brennan Armstrong from Virginia, the Southpaw, led UVA, and pretty much their offense was in every game last season. He was one of the top 5 rated for PFF and QB ratings and threw for over 4,800 yards and 47 touchdowns. Top 5, here we go. Tanner Mordecai, SMU. For those of you who followed the Ponies, you know good and well what he was producing. 39 touchdowns, over 3,600 yards, and finished in top 10 in both quarterback efficiency and their PFF ranking. Only expect bigger this year. This might be a surprise at number 4. Aiden O'Connell for Purdue. He started the season battling with Jack Plummer, took over the reins, and never looked back. 71% completion percentage. It was top 3 in the country. 3,700 yards and 28 TDs, and that's not playing the full 12 games plus bowl. So, and he finished in top 10 quarterback efficiency and PFF rating. I think he's going to be a stud this fall for Purdue. Number 3, the nation's leader in quarterback rating for last year and set the NCAA record for this QB rating. Grayson Mccall of Coastal Carolina, the Golden Mullet himself, had a 73% completion percentage and was one of the top ranked on PFF. The question for him lies is he is recovering from shoulder surgery that he had earlier in the offseason. Will that change how he operates. Top two, number two, CJ Stroud, Ohio State. I mean, you saw what he did in the bowl game in the Rose Bowl. You saw what he did throughout the regular season. He was the real deal. Again, 71% completion percentage, tied with the highest rating on PFF, does nothing but positives ahead of him. And then number one, you have to go with the Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young of Alabama, 47 TDs, 4,800 yards, PFF rating at 92.2. All signs report to saying he should have yet another big year. So what do you think of my list, my top 10 list and my beyond? Do you agree or disagree with the list? Comment below. Leave who you would put in your top 10 list that I did not include in my top 10 quarterbacks returning. Please like and subscribe to our show, and thanks for watching.